Right, so hello again. Welcome back. It's been a little while, but we're going to crack on and do another hour on this Coles mobile crane. Where have we got to? We're on here working on this differential that we put in the frame, and we've just got down to this point here, which is place a 3.5 inch axle. So 3.5 inch axle to get. I should really know these lengths without measuring them out by now, but I don't, so yeah, that's good. Let's fire it through the centre. Go on a collar. Everything falling apart on me. And a collar, a 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch pinion box. Pinion. That's it. There we go. And a 3/4 inch contract. Contract? That doesn't look like a contract on there. Just to show you, we're making up what on the picture I've got here would be this bit here, I think. So I'm not seeing that as a contract on this picture. I'm seeing that as a normal gear. But it says a contract on that. Now, like I said, insert the axle into the coupling, fit the collar against the trunnion and mesh the gears. Well, the contract's not going to mesh, so I'm going to presume that that's a typo on the instructions and that I actually want a gear. So let's go on that basis and see how that works. 3/4 inch axle, so I've got it that like that through the centre of the first double angle strip. Well, that'd be because it was talking about that one, wouldn't it? Because I'm stupid. Is that 3/4 inch contrary? Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, forget that. That's me who can't read properly because that's the bit I've already done. So, but still, a 3.5 inch axle has a 3/4 inch sprocket. My sprockets are in here somewhere, I believe. That's half the problem for me, is making sure I'm reading it right. So, not making a fool of myself with that, which doesn't always go well. Hey ho, never mind. 3/4 inch sprocket. Apex of the first. 1.5 inch. So a small fork piece, which it's saying is just there as a collar. So I'm just going to use a collar anyway and hope that I'm not making a bugger of it by doing that, but I don't think I am, because it does say in the instructions at the beginning that several pieces are used just as collars because there isn't sufficient in the number 10. Well, I'm not stuck to the number 10, so I'm going to use collars because I'm not limited on the number of colours that I've got. So 3.5 inch. This is a 3/4 inch sprocket. That'd be you. There we go. And 2 washers. And 2 washers fitted to one end. I'm gonna just going through the on the drawing there now, but 2 washers. Fit it through there. And a small 4-piece colour. It's not a 4-piece this here, but that's going to be as the colour. Come on. And a 1.5 inch gear wheel, which is going to be 38 millimeters. You'll do. Not the shiniest one ever, but never mind. Like that. Is it for a second trunnion? Like that, and to make a mesh. So let's fasten the sprocket on there. Sprocket's fastened. This is going to secure it in place with that collar, and then that just needs securing so that it's meshing properly. Which, voila. So, just to give you a closer look at what we've got. There you go. You've got the sprocket, got the collar, you got the gear, and that's meshing with that there. And if we take it like that, that is turning okay. And when that turns everything else down there, which I'm sure will come into it later on down the way. So let's make a similar assembly using a 5-inch axle and fit to the other side. So we need a 5-inch axle then. Bring me measuring stick out again. 5-inch axle. That's probably way too. No, that's way too big. It's 4.5 inch. A bit longer. Oh, you 5 inch, near enough. That'll do. Put that back. We're not going to need him. We'll need another sprocket. And draw. It's too big. Where's my 3/4? I do learn these better sorted out. See, 3/4 inch. It is indeed 3/4 inch. That'll do. 3/4 inch sprocket. Why'd I put that 5-inch? Come on, Andrew, stop being stupid. So I got that 5-inch axle rod out a second ago, and now I can't find where I put it. So let's find another one. There you go. That was easy enough. So we're going to make the same attachment over this end. So come on. Ooh, dear me, that doesn't like it. Sometimes you do get them very tight on the axle rods. And if we get another one that's, let's just get another one and see how it goes instead, because sometimes it's just that there we go, he's a lot better. Tightened on there. Couple of washers. Bloody hell, but it's been cold today. It's Friday the 10th of December, something like that, 2021, and it's absolutely perishing outside. So then that there. That's a colour. And we want another 8mm. Okay. Now then, that's going through there. That's tying in there. And presumably, although hello, he's on a mash that with that. There. Like that. So I think why is it stiff? Is it? That's not totally straight, is it? No, I don't think it should stop it from. So, and it's sticking at that point there. Now, is that? And then it's sufficient for it to turn around against it. Let's just let a bit of pressure off of here and see if that makes a difference to there. Something's catching when you hit that point there. Very, very definite catch point there. When it's up now, I can't see what's. We weren't having that before. I wonder. You know, this isn't totally meshing as it should do. It's slipping at a certain point. Just to tighten that up again. In there. Just to show you with this, see if you can see a bit better. What's happening is, as I turn this, we hit a very definite point where there's a very distinct stop, and I think it might be this gear here that's causing the problem. So what I'm going to do is loosen that off and see if we've still got the problem if that's not in mesh. Because sometimes with these it's a lot of trying, so it's just fiddling about what you've changed and seeing if it does it. So Actually, no, we still... Ah, there we are. Found it. We're hitting the... that's hitting that rod there. So I think we need... Oh, we need that axle rod to just be pulled out a little bit further that other way. There we go. Fairly easy problem, really, once we've figured it out. They're not always as easy as that to trace, so there we go. Give that room to breathe. If I fasten that at that point, that should be good. And we bring this in like that. There we go. That's nice and tight. Mesh that in. Come on, mesh that one. And then should all be, ah, look at that, spinning like a beaut. Now spinning that way, and as it's yeah, all good. Oh, good enough for the time being anyway. Is that meshing? That mesh is not the greatest I've ever seen, but it is getting a mesh. Right, call that done for the time being. Complete unit is fitted to the chassis, so I have that off. This is it here. So in a second, just give you a quick close-up on the complete unit. There you go. That is the complete unit. Very good. It's fitted to the chassis using 3.5-inch angle girders. Find me angle girders. I'll leave on there for a second while I get angle girders out. 3.5-inch angle girders. That's going to be about 7 hole, isn't it? Something like that. Oh, they're 4.5-inch. They're 3-inch. So that's 7 holes. One, two, there we go. 3.5-inch angle girders bolted by the round holes to the inside back by the right holes to the inside of the 12.5-inch flat girders with the long flange facing outwards. So we'll look at a diagram as well. Diagrams will help, I'm sure. It's going to be like that, and I'm pretty sure it's at the midpoint. Yeah, like that. It's going to work. That is indeed going to work. That's definitely going to be. Just to show you, here's the diagrams that I'm using. And that's the diagrams that refer to this assembly. So 3, 4. That's going to go like this, and then go right on the end. So we'll yeah, that's going to be like that. Then they're going to cross over like that. So that's nice and straightforward, he said naively. We'll see if works out all right at the end. Sure it will do. You know, progress is slow, but we will get there eventually. And then once we've got it made up, we'll take it around a few club meetings and exhibitions and let it live for a few months before it hits the parts box again, because I don't tend to keep models that long once they've been videoed and they've had a chance to do a couple of exhibitions and club meetings. Then it's another one ticked off and back in the box. Because I just haven't got sufficient pieces to keep everything forever, much as I would like to do, especially when you've got a decent sized model like that. Hell, I haven't got storage space to mind what else. So which fit to the chassis using 3.5 inch angle girders. That's that, bolted by the round holes. That's that to the inside of the 12.5 inch flat girders with the long flange facing outwards. That's what we've done. So, and then that goes on over there like that. Oh yes, yes indeed, very good. Don't know if anybody else does club meetings in this neck of the woods, but if you ever want to come and say hello, my local clubs are North Eastern Meccano Society up in Beedale and Sheffield Meccano Guild, and COVID and other appointments permitting, I'll normally be at those meetings. So if you do recognise me and you want to say hello, be thrilled to meet anybody who wants to do that. Make me feel like I'm famous. You know, selfies and autographs and all sorts. And you can yell at me because I'm not doing this quick enough, which I know. Not really done much in the way of videoing at all this last month, because, well, I haven't. It's been a month since the last video. And that's just been just life in general, being busy. But not really a proper excuse. I'd say I'll do better next time round, but that might be promising too much. We'll just see when the creative juices flow. See, some people on the internet forums, they knock something like this out in the space of a couple of weeks, and I've no idea how people can do that because, well, just not me. Anyway, we're putting these in, first of all, fairly loosely so that I can get it something like tightened up, something like straight once I've got it on. get a right angle to play. Use that as my right angle. Not far off, but maybe a little bit more. There we go, that's something like a right angle. It's close enough for the time being. Tighten it up. Yeah, straight alley. That's pretty close to being straight at a right angle. So yeah. It's not the smoothest run, there's still a little bit of a catch at some point there through whatever, but it'll do for the time being. Perfect is the enemy of good enough and all that, which probably in the attitude you should have, but temporarily fit the turntable. Well, there's a turntable and bolt the differential frame in. I bolt the differential frame in place. Don't have to get on the same side as the steering linkage. Ooh. Don't tell me I've just done that the wrong way around. Bugger and damn and pissing hell. I've just done this the wrong way around, haven't I? Same side as the steering linkage, and that's the steering linkage. Oh, 1.5 inch bevel gear on the same side as the steering linkage. That's the 1.5 inch bevel gear on the same side as the steering linkage. That's right. Yeah, that's right. So, but it makes me wonder if I put the steering linkage on the right side, but still. I think I might have mirrored that, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah, I'm just looking at the pictures from Stevens, and he's got just to line up with the rear wheels at the back, which they are at the front. And his picture has the steering linkage on the far side and the bevel gear on the far side, whereas I've got the bevel gear on this side and the steering linkage on this side. So I've mirrored what he said there. Now then, the question then becomes, is that going to be a problem down the line? I don't know. Yeah, well, let's see if I saw. Oh no. I can see where the problem is. I've still done it. I'm making a bollocks of this all over. Right? This should be the other way up. Still got to undo this. But, oh dearie me. Because I can't get the turntable on. So undo this, and then that's got to go flipped underneath. And these have got to be turned around as well. So all the work I've done so far has been for naught. Well, in terms of this frame anyway, but at least I figured it out before got any further. Mind you, I couldn't have got any further because I wouldn't been able to put the turntable on top of this being in the way, so that kind of figured it out for me, I suppose, but still. I'm not going to swear again. Try not swearing again, but this is the joys of Meccano and figuring things out as you go along. Like I say, I never said I was good at this, just prepared to have a go. Bugger and damn. But that'll take care of the mirroring aspect of it anyway, and it'll make everything do it. So this is what I was meaning. It needs to be like that. And then these need turning round. This is part of the reason why it takes so long, because yeah, well, Rome wasn't built in a day and all that. Right. You know what? Just turn the heater off. It's just getting a little bit too warm. I wonder how many people will ever actually watch these videos all the way through. I don't know if I'm doing this for an audience of one. Hello, whoever you are, or maybe Steve, or other people as well, or if given sufficient time, somebody else might, a few people might decide to watch the series through. You never can tell. You never can tell. Hopefully be around for a long time and it might just pique somebody's interest. Bugger and down. Yeah, not my brightest moment, that one. Although, I say, at least we figured it out before we got too far ahead of ourselves, which, you know, a mistake figured out now isn't too bad. It's figuring out your mistake when you're 4 pages further into the instructions and several hours, and then you've got to dismantle the lot. That's where mistakes really hurt. So, right, try again. Got this. Like that. We'll all be good. Yay! Yeah, probably come on. Here we are. So as we speak, today is the first day, is it? First day? Yes, first or second day of the UK government putting us into Plan B because of Omicron coronavirus, which, to be fair, it doesn't make a right lot of difference to my life, really. Provided they only go as far as they have done. My work is very much part-time. I'm virtually retired at this point, and what I do, which is a bit of bookkeeping, basically, that's my part-time business, and that can be done from home just as easily as from my office. The office is just so I've got somewhere to meet clients that isn't my house, basically, because I always like to keep a bit of a separation between my home and my businesses. But that's the other place where I occasionally film videos, and it's probably better set up to be a YouTube set down there than it is here. Right, let's straighten this here now. That's not going to work as well this time. Not quite as much access. Something a bit small to use. These probably aren't quite as straight as they should be, but that's near enough. Near enough for. There we go. Should really get something better for testing for straightness, but that'll do. That'll do. That's not wanting to tighten. Why not? We'll tighten the others and we'll come back up to that one. Why aren't you tightening up then? I don't think the threading's taken, that you'll do. Right. So now we know I like it. Simply fit the turntable. That's this one, and both the differential on the same size. Small bevel gear on the vertical should drive the crown wheel. So what am I fitting that to though? If that's in the middle, is that supposed to? Yeah, think I see that possibly. That there, without binding or skipping. So what's supposed to be happening, I think, is that that there is supposed to be meshing with that there, because that's the only thing it can mesh with, really. The small bevel gear on the vertical axle, which has got to be that one, should drive the crown wheel without binding or skipping. Which, just to look at this again, can't really show you the way around, but the only thing they can mean by the small bevel gear is this. And the only thing that it can mesh with when you put it over the top is this here, this large one here. And it kind of does, but not perfectly. So we're going to have to adjust till it does. How much? The question becomes, what's going to actually hold that in place? Well, first of all, have I actually got this the right way around? Has to have. That's just not going to fit it. There's no other way of... Yeah, that's got to be this way around, yeah, because that's there. So something's got to hold that. Does it hold on through those bolts through there, or? I'm just slightly wondering how that is actually attached to there. To the so drive the crown wheel without binding or skipping. You see that moves, so that's not great, is it? I mean, just showing you, it's not by any means perfect without binding or skipping, but as I turn this, you can sort of see that pinion wheel that's coming through the yellow trunnion is moving to a certain extent. That's about the only thing that can be mixed in with it. So, you know, I'm presuming that's what should mesh, but what I'm not seeing at the moment is how you fasten this so that it is fixed rightly in place. So I need to have a look and see. I mean, you could just bolt it through that, pull it through that, and you'd have a gap there, but let's do it with washers. Yeah, so I'm thinking bolt those to there. Although it doesn't show you that in the plans at all. Let's just have a read at the next page, see if that tells us anything. the race chassis, not really. Temporarily fit the turntable, but how do I fit the turntable? Just have a look and see if my other instructions for fitting the turntable. And gearbox, a muffin drive. No, although it's, the rest of these are quite frightening as to how much we're fitting the turntable to fitting the turntable to the chassis. You know, it could have told me to go and refer to page 11, but invert the crane superstructure and fit a collar 2 turns onto the bolt on the 2.5-inch gear wheel. Okay, let's just so basically speaking, to actually fix it properly, reading this, we haven't actually got to the point of the locating bolts and things like that. We haven't put them on, so you can only do it by sticking that in roughly, and then when we come to put it down properly, at that point we'll have to do some more attaching. What I will do, let's just tighten this up a little bit because it is losing control at that. Not totally happy with this, but we'll figure it. Because it's a there we go, it'll be a bit tighter. Yeah, I've seen worse. I think eventually that's going to have to go a little bit further that way. We'll figure it out when we get to it later on. Right. Sprocket chain. Join the frequency. Oh, lovely. About 15.5 inches of chain. So, where's my sprocket chain gone? Have I mentioned before how much I hate doing sprockets? I'm going to have to do this twice out with as well for each side. See if we've got a length that's not like, is it? Oh, that's getting there actually. Needs about another 2 inches on it to give it the length needed. Oh, bloody hell. Right, let's attach this to this and we'll take the length off that we don't need further on down the line. So where's my needle nose pliers gone? I am tempted to come back to this bit later on because I haven't got me sufficient pliers and I don't like doing it. I want to be in the right room. So I'll tell you what, well, bear in mind we've got that to do later on and we'll come back to that next time. And I can find my needle nose pliers so that I'm ready to go on that. So there you go. You can go back in there. And what we'll do for remaining 10 minutes is the rear chassis is extending readiness for the bumper. Fit 3/8 inch bolt through the lug of a 1.5 inch double angle strip. 1.5 inch double angle strip. That's the rear. 1.5 inch double angle strip. That's what, 5/2. So bear with me. It's a 5/2, which is one of those, right? For 1/8 inch bolt through the lug of 1.5 inch. Through the lug. Oh no, no, sorry, no. Not normal. Get me too late into get me stuff. My head not still gonna need to get my other story here. One and a half inch double angle strip. That's you. This is starting to stop making sense again. Ah, I see. Right. Through the inch bolt. Right. Add 6 5.5 inch strips. It's on the bottom one there. 5.5 inch strips. Where's that then? Yep. So how many do we want? 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5. Come on. So 6 5.5 inch strips. Yep. Like that. Like that. Like that. Fit through there. Then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Right, get another one out of these. One of these. Come on. Right, where's me? This is what eventually gets to your fingers, because using my fingers to hold that tight around the bolt, should probably use my spanner. Get it properly tight out of my finger. So, right, there you go. He's tight. Then we'll just do this other one to tight, and we'll call that quits for today, I think. Come on, get on. There we go, that's better. a little bit so I can swizzle this around to where it needs to be. And voila. So, show you again, we've got, there's the rear bumper holder in place, there's the differential frame attached, and next time around there's going to be some sprocket chain to go from there round there, and same again there, from there round there. But that's next time round. So there you go, we've just about done an hour. Call it quits at that. See you next time round.